How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the TheBlueShifting and welcome back to my darling's embrace in the Steinsgate universe, where, so we went on a date with Luka. That was cool, interesting, very conflicting. And then we saw a dragon flying through the sky. Now, is it going to be some kind of geeky promotion, or have we befuddled time so much that we've now invented mythical creatures? I don't know. Probably the promo, more likely, but you never know with Steinsgate, so let's see what happens. I don't know if there's much else to say other than the date went pretty well. It was very adorable, but I'm really torn on like what Okabe should be doing here. I think he just needs to be honest, but like, God, it'd be so hard to tell Luka that. Ugh, I don't even want to imagine. So, guess we'll just have to jump in to see how this plays out. So, let's go for it.
この俺の時代がついにやってきたのだ。
Right.
だからオカリン、何を興奮してるのか知らないけどさ、さっきからそればっかで何のことだかさっぱりわかんないよ。
Yeah, I know, right?
へえ、残念だなダル。我がマイフェイバリットライトアームであるお前もやはり選ばれし人間ではなかったということだ。
Sure. It's been a day since my date with Luka. And even now, I still can't hide my childlike glee.
だから選ばれるとか選ばれないとか何のことなのさ。
Yeah.
聞きたいか？どうしても聞きたいと言うなら教えてやらんこともない。
Come on, Okabe. What is it?
まあそこまで言われると気になるっちゃ気になるけどさ。
そうか。だが世界の命運に関わる極秘事項ではあるからな。そう簡単に教えるわけにもいかんのだ。
Right. Except I really want to tell you.
そっか。じゃあしょうがない、諦めるよ。
But wait.
何？だって選ばれてない僕には簡単に教えられないって言うならしょうがないじゃんか。
He's got a good point. He's got junior logic. Isn't that the part where you keep asking? I furiously grind my teeth at Dara's indifference as a curtain of the development room opens.
ちょっとあんたらさっきからうっさい。人が集中してる時に何騒いでんだ。
Yeah, so what are you doing now, Kurisu? That's actually a decent question.
なんだクリスティーナよ。お前もいたのか。何をしていたのだ？
Yeah.
何ってあんたね、ガジェットの開発をしろと言ったのはあんただろうが。
何？ガジェットの開発だと。
Come to think of it, with everything going on with myself and Luka, I'd completely forgotten all the issues with number 12. I do remember sending a D-mail saying number 12 was too dangerous to wear, but...
言っておくが、俺は12号機ははめないぞ。あれは危険だ。
分かってるっての。それもう何回も聞いた。
Yeah.
あんたがそこまで言うから12号機は制作途中で放置して今は別のもの作ってるんでしょうが。
Okay, so she stopped it. Interesting.
あの時のオカリンの怯え方ときたら尋常じゃなかったもんな。
Yeah, well, that D-mail sounded pretty dire, if I remember correctly.
そうか。
So I guess the D-mail worked. Well, it's causing a whole new set of problems, but I digress. Isn't that the definition of a D-mail? Brings the problems you never thought you'd see. So...
は？
はじゃなくて何を騒いでいたのかって話。
Oh, that's right.
あ、女子よ。知りたいか？本来なら簡単に教えてやるわけにはいかんのだが、どうしても知りたいと言うなら。
Right.
あ、そう。じゃあいいわ。
She's like, yeah, never mind.
なんだ、そんなあっさり諦めるやつがあるか。
Yeah.
だって簡単には教えられないんでしょ。だったら無理して教えてもらわなくてもいい。
This wench. Both of them are getting on my nerves. It's just good etiquette to show interest.
まあ、あんたがどうしても教えたいってなら聞いてあげなくもないけど。
She totally just flipped the script on me.
じゃ、私は忙しいからこれで。
昨日ルカ子と秋葉を歩いていた時、俺は見たのだ。
勝手に話し始めたわね。
Just a skosh.
オカリン。
Oh no. Oh no.
その様子だとクリスティーナ、お前も見ていないようだな。 昨日のあの衝撃的な現象を。
Wait. What if it's something only he could see? I can feel myself getting goosebumps even now. Right. That was a real dragon.
No.
Yeah. At the time, I could barely believe my own eyes. All I could do was stare up at the sky, my phone held in my ear. Claws so sharp they could rip the sky in half. Giant bat-like wings. Its massive body looked stronger than any lizard I'd ever seen.
Okabe-san?
I was so captivated by the beast in the sky that I couldn't even hear Lukako speaking to me. It was as if everything around me had gone quiet. The dragon spread its massive wings and began to beat them in the air. It slowly opened its mouth, revealing a set of jaws sharp enough to rip a human body to shreds, along with giant bright red tongue. It was moving, and just as I thought to cross my mind, that ear-piercing roar bellowed through the sky. And then, the very next moment, the dragon was gone. Okay. The world that had gone so quiet around me began to make noise again. Cars honked, crowds went to and fro.
Okabe-san たらどうしちゃったんですか?
Wait, did no one else
Okabe-san.
hear that? Lukako.
Lukako.
Yeah.
Okabe-san, 大丈夫ですか?
見たか。
今のって何をですか?
I looked at Lukako in surprise.
もしかして見えていなかったのか。
僕、岡部さんが何のことを言ってるのかわからないけど、特に変わったものは。
That's weird. Lukako's expression was a mix of concern and fear. He was clearly worried about me. He wasn't just pretending to have not seen it. He actually didn't see the dragon. He wasn't the only one either. I took a moment to look around and found that not a single person was looking up at the sky. I was the only one. That doesn't bode well.
ルカ子よ。
はい。
Okay. What are we gonna do?
やはり俺は選ばれし人間なのかもしれん。
Oh no. Lukako picked up my phone. I must have dropped it at some point in the chaos. I recall him giving me a concerned look.
というわけだ。
Right. I gulped down the now lukewarm Dr. P after explaining myself to Daru and Kurisu. They're both speechless. How can I blame them? I literally just told them I saw a dragon in the middle of Akihabara at daytime, no less.
俺が思うに、あれはおそらくヘブンズドアが開き、別世界との混同が始まった兆しだ。
Oh boy.
俺の望む世界の混沌が訪れようとしているのだ。
なあ、オカリン。
Daru begins to speak. Perhaps he's regained his composure?
やっぱこの部屋クーラー設置した方がよくね？特に今年は猛暑なわけだしさ、あんまり暑いと肉体的にはもちろん精神衛生上も良くないと思われ。
Speaking of being sick mentally, maybe if he is seeing things that aren't real, perhaps it's a manifestation of the stress of the situation he's in. That I could see that being possible. What the heck is he going on about?
おいダルよ、俺の話を聞いていたのか？
もちろん聞いてたお。
だったら今はクーラーの話をしている場合ではないだろう。驚きのあまり別の話に逃避したくなるのはわかる。だが目を背けるのはよせ。俺が話したのは現実だ。事実なのだ。
現実から目を背けてるのはオカリンの方だお。いくら毎日暑いからってそんな妙な妄想に取りつかれるなんてさ。
Yeah, that is a little weird.
妄想などではない。俺は確かに見たのだ。
だとしたらやっぱ暑さのせいだろう。それか夢でも見たか、どっちかじゃね？つかこれまでもオカリンの中二病をこじらせたような話は多かったけどさ、さすがに今回のはなさすぎて低レベルだわ。
Oh, come on, man. Daru looks at me like I'm some kind of wounded animal. I see. I suppose I was wrong. I was wrong to believe the normal person like Daru could even understand. And I mean, if Ferris came to me saying the same kind of stuff that I just said to Daru, I'd probably react the exact same way. What I saw was unbelievable. but it was real. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. Can remember all the little details. It's like the whole scene was burned into my retinas. I guess you'd have to have been there to really understand. Seeing is believing, right? No matter how hard I try to explain this, it's going to be hard for anyone to really get it.
生木瀬氏からもオカリンに一言ビシッと言ってやってくんない？
Knowing my assistant, she'll say the same thing. She'll probably call me a chuny idiot or something.
ねえ、それって何時頃の出来事？
An unexpected response. Her new gadget. I was wondering that in the back of my mind. Or maybe her new gadget somehow did this. I swore she was going to make fun of me.
そうだな。メイクインを出た後だから、だいたい16時前くらいか。
16時前。で、長さはどれくらいの間見えてたの？
そうだな。俺としては5分くらい見えていたような気がするが、実際には1分くらいのものだったのかもしれん。
Yeah.
じゃあ見え方ははっきりと見えたの？
マキセ氏どうしたん？まさかオカリンの話を信じるとか？
Yeah, she's got a good reason for it.
別に。ただちょっと興味があっただけよ。そう。でもなるほど。そういうこともあるかもしれないわね。
Yeah, you're onto something here, I think. Kurisu nods to herself and begins to walk.
あれマキセ氏どこ行くん？
ちょっと一人で考え事したいの。だから邪魔しないで。
Okay. She vanishes back into the development room. Dara and I are left alone.
ああ、せっかく開発室が空いたからゲームでもしようと思ったのに、また元の木阿弥かよ。
Yeah, sure you were.
世界の混沌が近づいているというのに、エロゲとは気楽なものだな。
僕はそんな妄想なんて信じないんだお。それに今やってるのはエロゲじゃなくて MMORPG。
Oh, interesting. Wonder what he plays.
それこそすげえリアルなドラゴンとか出てくんのさ。
Interesting. Dark Ferris. Ferris is starting to remember again. I remember why I was exiled from planet Chinchilla. Ferris, why? Planet Chinchilla. So I don't want you to remember why you're exiled. It'll be devoured and spared, knowing destiny. Or, if I remember correctly, not only are you from planet Chinchilla, you also have the memories of a seraph. Just who exactly are you? Now exiled. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Don't overthink it. Go crazy. All right, let's see. I think I recall him mentioning this before. Whatever. Must be nice being so carefree.
そういえばダルよ。お前の方、例のものはどうなっている？
例のもの？何のこと？僕なんか頼まれてたっけ？
まあいや、知らないのならいい。
あ、そう。
Apparently, the whole thing with number 14 never happened on this world line. And since Kurisu is currently occupying the development room, we're not going to get much done anyway. Right now, I have more pressing matters to attend to. We can deal with number 14 later. I don't remember what 14 was. I leave the lab, heading back to where I saw the dragon. I look up into the sky. It's blue as far as the eye can see, just like yesterday. I know I saw it. Even before Dara said anything, I had entertained the thought that it was some kind of hallucination. But the more I thought about what I saw, the more sure I was it wasn't all in my head. It had to have been a sign of something. A warning? But was I really the only one who saw it? There might have been someone else. If I could somehow find them, I'd be able to prove it was real. I guess my best bet is to just ask around. Just before I head out, my phone begins to ring. Alright, Lukako. Sorry, are you busy? If you have time, can you come to Yanabayashi Shrine? There's something I want to show you. Oh, he wants me to come over. Not the kind of message I'd expect from him. Normally, he comes to me if he wants to talk about something. That's just the kind of guy he is. What exactly does he want to show me? Well, standing here isn't going to get any answers. I'm pretty busy, but I'm more than willing to make time with her, Lukako. That's good, but what are you busy with exactly? I'd be a jerk if I said no, plus I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious. Got it. On my way, just wait for me. I'll head for the dragon information later. Time to head to Yanabayashi Shrine. Hey,
ありが
Luka.
とうございます。来てくれて。
Lukako's waiting outside of the shrine for me. I emailed him and let him know that I was on my way. I didn't think he'd wait out in the sun for me.
いや、他ならぬルカ子の頼みだからな。
Aww.
あ、
oh. I immediately realized that my words could be taken as a variety of different ways.
深い意味はない。勘違いするな。それより今日はお父上はいないのか？
はい。お父さんは今日は秋葉原の会合があるとかで。
Oh, so you're alone. Oh boy. I see. Guess being in charge of an old shrine means you have to attend gatherings like that. Either way, I'm glad he's not in. Whenever I have to deal with Mr. Urushibara, things get complicated.
それで見せたいものとは何なのだ？
はい。それがこれなんですけど。
What is it? Lukago hands me a cylindrical object. I don't know why I couldn't say that. Cylindrical object that kind of looks like a kimono fabric. Comparatively, it's quite a bit smaller. Wait.
もしかしてスクロールか？どうしたのだこれ？
それが実は今日うちの倉庫を片付けてる最中に出てきたんですけど、中を見てびっくりして、それですぐに岡部さんに。
Interesting. The scroll is in excellent condition. No scratches or scars to be found.
見てもいいのか？
Ooh.
ぜひお願いします。
Okay, I take the scroll from Lukago. I take extra care not to rip it as I open it up.
これは
The first thing I notice are the characters. No, that's not quite right. They're not characters. They just look like them.
見たことない文字だな。ルカ子は？
いえ、僕も知らないです。
Weird. They aren't Chinese, nor are they hiragana. It goes without saying that they're not part of the English alphabet. Oh, yeah. Nor the Greek alphabet, Greek either. If anything, I said they look like the ancient Cameo characters I saw in a book once. Cameo characters? What are those? Legendary characters said to have been used during the Age of the Gods in Japan. Rumors of their existence have been around since the Kamakura period during the Edo period. During the Edo period, multiple artifacts containing the characters were said to have been located, but they all ended up being fakes. Interesting. I can feel my heart beating rapidly as I open the scroll up. There it is. It's right there.
ルカ子。これは？
Yeah. Wait, what's there? Like, proof?
はい。
I hear a strange noise. I'm so excited that I didn't even notice that my hands are shaking. On the scroll is a drawing of a dragon. Really? That's a development. After taking some time to calm down, Lukaku and I find a shady spot near a shrine and sit down to examine the contents of the scroll. The strange characters only appeared at the beginning of the scroll. The rest of it's the standard Japanese. That being said, the handwriting is beautiful, but difficult to read.
これでは何と書いてあるのかわからんな。ルカ子はどうだ？
I wonder if this is Lukako's idea. Like, what if he made it as a way of, like, trying to, like, engage Okabe and, like, get him excited and kind of being his quirky self? Hmm.
僕はかろうじて。
Right.
何？読めるのか？
はい。時間はかかりますけど、一応は。昔から書道を習ってますから。
Oh, okay. Well, that's handy. I see. Guess he's not just wearing his Miko outfit for show. Knowing Mr. Urushibara, I could see him having Lukaku practice flower arrangements and even traditional tea ceremony. I catch myself picturing Lukaku in a kimono and immediately try to shake it out of my mind.
岡部さん？
なんでもない。それよりも何と書いてあるのだ？
Yeah. Oh, it's a card from Ferris, right? Yep. I have to remember. I need to know what happened to my far-off home world. If you go down that path, a world of suffering awaits you. Knowing this, do you still plan on moving forward? Hey, that's okay. I don't know this, obviously, and it's been translated, but this is why I think it works. Because there's a similar phrase in the Fate franchise, specifically in the anime of Unlimited Blade Works, but I'm guessing it's very, very strongly parallel to the translation that would be in the visual novel of the Fate. You know, that's hell you're walking into. The world of suffering awaits you, knowing this. Do you still plan on moving forward? That's the line I think that's in Unlimited Blade Works. Don't quote me on that, but it's like very, very, very similar, which would make a lot of sense. It's interesting to me how many series I've seen that actually have pretty solid like references to the Fate series. One of my favorites was actually, I don't know if you ever saw Gate. Oh gosh, when did it come out? It must have been like 4 years ago now. The whole idea is like a kind of a portal passageway opens up in downtown Tokyo, I think Akihabara, or something, somewhere around, somewhere like that. And a bunch of like medieval people come through with magic, and they just start randomly killing people. They kidnap some and they take them back. So the military mobilizes in. They find like a whole other world. It's like in magical fantasy land, but they have modern weapons in it. It's really, really cool, and intense and crazy, but just enjoyable all around. But one of the kind of like the leaders, he's kind of like part of it. He leads a task force. He's the main character. And his various like sub squads, especially when they're on a covert mission, they use their call signs. They use the Fate servant call signs. So like his unit's Saber, and then there's Archer, Lancer, Assassin, Berserker, all those. Like they actively make those references. And it's like I don't think it's a coincidence, because he's very much an otaku himself. So I don't know. It's just really cool to see, and like it makes sense because like the Fate series again, like that's why I want to cover the Fate series on this channel so much, because it's one of the most impactful visual novels I think we've seen in a lot of Japanese media and storytelling. I don't know, obviously, for sure if that's the case, but because I see so many hints and references to it in other anime, it makes me think that a lot of people who are making manga, anime, and visual novels nowadays are very likely, or had been, or possibly even introduced to the genre of visual novels through the Fate series. So, again, one of my favorites that I just can't cover legally, technically, because it hasn't been translated. I've been seeing enough people like do it anyway. Like I want to do it, but like I'm already kind of in hot water, because whenever companies change hands, like the people who publish Steinsgate, they've been slamming my channel. Thankfully not striking me and trying to take down the videos, but they've been very much about like not monetizing any of them, which is not the biggest problem per se, but it's kind of rude because I don't see why. It's like whoever's the new management of Mages just like decided to take a hard line against it, and it's put me in a bit of an odd place, because like I don't know, like I'm worried they might decide to take me down eventually. So I'd like to know if I could put Fate on my channel, not get in trouble sometime in the distant future. Like sure, maybe I could upload the whole series and it'd be fine, but 3 years later, what if they just go after me? It's kind of a scary prospect, and I doubt I'd have the voice, which, you know, in order to have voice on YouTube, you kind of have to have backing. Either have a lot of followers yourself, or you have to get somebody with a lot of followers to take, you know, pity on your situation. And neither of those cases are likely to happen to me, at least. I don't know. I hope they do. I'd love to be able to grow this community, because I think that there's a lot more people out there who enjoy visual novels, and I'm hoping that I'm doing something that they could enjoy as well. But you know, until that happens, I don't know. So it's something that I think about a lot. Anyway, yes, we're gonna send that reply. Anyway, let's see. Lukako begins to read out loud. As the contents of the scroll become clear, I can barely contain my excitement.
すると300年以上前に同じようなことがあったというのか。
Interesting.
はい、ここにはそう書いてあります。
Like I said, I think this is a fabrication. I had to guess. The scroll was written by someone who had the same experience I did. But that's not the only thing that contained in this scroll. According to the writer, they were the only person to have witnessed the event. They even go on to say that they sealed the dragon away themselves. This is also hard to swallow. If I hadn't seen the dragon with my own 2 eyes, there's no way I'd believe any of this craziness. I probably would have just gone and laughed it off. But not now. You're gonna laugh anyway.
見たかルカ子よ、俺が目撃したあれは夢や幻ではなかった。やはり竜は存在するのだ。
Right. Indeed, if what I've written here can be trusted, then dragons have been appearing on this very land for many years.
それで他には何と書いてあるのだ。
ちょっと待ってください。いずれの日にかこれ再び下行し、秋葉の原の地に災いをもたらさん。つまり、いつかこの秋葉原の地に再び竜が現れて災いをもたらすだろうと、そう書かれています。
Now that's another thing that kind of makes me suspicious. I obviously don't know Japanese history very well, but I know that a lot of things, well, like there's a lot of tradition, and then there's a lot of things that have changed over time. Would this part of the city be called Akihabara? Would it have been called Akihabara 300 years ago? I can, like, from this time period, that would be in like the 1700s, like early 1700s. Weren't there some pretty big regime changes in Japan around then that could have completely altered like a lot of the names? Because I think the names used to be reflections of clans and like clan territory, and so whenever those got shifted around, the lands would have a different name, right? I've not had a chance to study this kind of stuff yet, so I'm just kind of taking a stab in the dark. But again, that's making me feel like this is a fabrication that might have been made by Luka to like try and give Okabe like a really fun experience.
思った通りではないか。俺の予想した通り、あれは予兆。これより異世界との扉が開き、この地に竜がやってくるに違いない。
My own experience and the events documented in the scroll are so similar that I can't help but get excited. On the flip side, Lukako seems less than thrilled.
どうしたルカ子よ、お前はこれを読んで何とも思わんのか。それともダルと同じように未だに妄想だとでも思っているのか。
いえ、そういうわけじゃありません。ただ
Yes.
ただなんだ。
もしも本当にそういうことがあったのなら、どうして他に資料が残ってないんだろうと思って。
Well, yeah, that's interesting.
だって江戸時代に竜が出たってことですよね。だったらもっといろんな書物に残っていてもいいんじゃないかなって。
ルカ子は分かっていないようだな。
え？
こういうことは文献に残っていないからこそ本当のことなのだ。
Oh, okay. Sure. I can't wait to hear your logic here, buddy.
残っていないから？どういうことですか？
ルカ子はヌエを知っているか？
The Nua? So Nua, a legendary creature that's said to have a monkey's head, raccoon's body, tiger arms and legs, and a snake tail. It's believed to have appeared in the ancient city of Kyoto during the Heian period. No, it's a Heian period. Its bird-like cries leave citizens in terror. It was supposedly hunted down and eliminated.
ヌエ？いえ、知りません。
ヌエというのはな、まあ一言で言うといろんな動物の体が合わさった化け物のことだ。
Alright, so kind of a chimera. It has monkey's head and tanuki's torso and 4 tiger legs. It's kind of like a chimera. Oh yeah, there. I'm on it. I know what I'm talking about. I know my geeky. My geeky. That's not a word. I know what I'm talking about though.
俺もそっち方面のことは詳しくないが、万葉集やら平家物語やらといった大昔の文献に京の都にヌエが現れて大騒ぎになり退治されたという話が載っている。
退治ですか？
そうだ。しかしでは文献に載っているからといってヌエが実在したかと言われるとおそらく答えは否だ。
And actually, there are no places in the Kansai region where people say the Nua appeared, but that's just all the conjecture, old myths, if you will.
要するに何が言いたいかというと、文献に載っていることが全て正しいわけではないということだ。そして 逆もまた死んだり、そういうこともある。わかるな。
That when you don't read something, it's more likely to have been true?
はあ、なんとなくは。
そうか。それに実はもう一つある。
もう一つですか？
この地に江戸の都が築かれたのは風水に基づいてのことだと言われているのは知っているか？
Feng Shui, yeah.
風水って玄関には何を置いた方がいいとかいう風水ですか？
ああ、もっと詳しく言えば引用五行思想や詩人相応といったものに基づいて作られたのがこの東京であるらしい。
Okay, that's a lot of terms I've heard, but I'm gonna see what it says. So the four symbols, one of the beliefs held in ancient China, it's based upon the idea that each of the four bearings is home to a guardian beast: the azure dragon, the vermilion bird, the white tiger, and the black turtle. Four bearings of the four like main structure posts. Yin Yang, the theory that all that exists in the world is created by yin and yang. Everything's made up of wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. The zodiac, feng shui, and the book of changes all have their roots in this theory. Ooh, what's the book of changes? I'll have to look that up. Yeah, I'm gonna make a note of that actually because I want to see what that is. Book of changes sounds fascinating. Okay. Oh, out of there. Curse you.
引用？詩人？
ルカ来いよ。江戸城から見てこの秋葉原はどこにある？
皇居があるのが南西だから北東ですか？
その通りだ。そして地層的に見て東を司るのは清流、つまり竜だ。
Ah, now that's interesting actually.
竜？
さらに言うと北東は牛虎の方角、つまり鬼門と言われ、古来よりまがまがしいものが現れる門の位置する方角と考えられている。これが意味することはすなわちこの秋葉原がまがまがしいものが現れる門であると考えられるということだ。
There's plenty of people who would say like, yes, and it's evidenced by what's in there, but I disagree.
まがまがしいもの。鬼門。
What? Luka appears to have noticed something.
そういえばこの柳林神社はもともと鬼門を守るためにこの地に柳の林を作ったことに由来するそうです。もしかしたら。
Interesting.
そうか、やはりな。
Oh man, so you're at the gate right now.
それに秋葉原は昔火事が多かったって聞きます。もしかしたらそれも何か関係があるんじゃ。
Interesting.
うん、
I thought that was
そ
mostly
うかも
because
し
you
れん
bought
な。
wood. We've just been brainstorming ideas and theories, but the more we come up with, the more it all seems like everything fits together. It almost sounds like this could be the real deal. No, it has to be.
では続きを頼む。だからその巻物の続きだ。まだ何か書いてあるのだろう。
はい。他には。
Uh-oh. Luka, let's have a loud gasp.
どうした？
それが過去に竜が現れた時、その際にどうやって封印したかが書かれているみたいです。
Ooh, well, that's handy.
何？教えてくれ。そいつはどうやったのだ？
はい。それがその巫女の。
巫女？
はい。この神社の巫女の力を借りて封印をしたと、そう書いてあります。
Interesting. The power of a Miko.
だ、俺だ。大変なことになった。
Hello.
岡部さん？
いや、そうじゃない。そんなことよりも重大なことが起きてしまった。そうだ。どうやら神は俺に ドラゴンスレイヤーとしての運命を与えたもうたらしい。
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice.
そうだな。これが夢であったならどれほど良かったことか。ああ、もちろん戦うさ。それがシュタインズゲートの選択なのだからな。L 夫妻カンガルー。
Ooh, that was a very flourishy one. I turned to Luka after closing my phone.
ルカ子、いやミコよ、これより修行を始めるぞ。
巫女？え？巫女ってもしかして僕のことですか？
We need a Miko.
他に誰がいるというのだ。
いないですけど。でも巫女なんてそんな。
では問うが、今お前が着ているその服は何だ？
それは巫女装束ですけど。でも僕男だし巫女としての資格は。
Ah, interesting. That's true.
男も女も関係ない。
Oh gosh, not that line again.
お前はこの柳林神社の宮司の子供にして巫女の格好をしている。これが運命と言わずして何というのだ。
Interesting.
運命。
そうだ。俺がお前に出会ったのも、お前を弟子にしたのも、お前に妖刀さみだれを与えたのも、お前と共に精神残魔流の修行をしたのも、全てが運命、シュタインズゲートの選択だったのだ。
Oh boy.
最初からお前は俺のパートナーになる運命だったのだ。
パートナー。
He's like, oh, really? My words appear to shock Lukako in a lightning bolt.
パートナー。僕が岡部さんのパートナー。
Aww. His eyes begin to burn with determination, a far cry from his state only moments prior.
岡部さん、僕やります。いえ、やらせてください。
Yes.
よし、それでこそ俺のパートナーだ。共に力を合わせファフニエルを封印するぞ。
Fafnir, that's a dragon name. Fafnir is a dragon that appears throughout Norse mythology. According to the myth, Fafnir is actually a dwarf capable of changing form into a dragon. In the Song of the Nibelungs, I don't know, is slain by the hero Siegfried. The hero, covered in the beast's blood, became immortal. Yes, Siegfried.
ファフニール？
And then I think he was killed by a Valkyrie, if I'm correct.
やつの名だ。単に竜と呼んだのではどうも格好がつかんからな。
そうですか。それでまずは何をしたらいいでしょうか。
I don't know.
こんな時にやることといえば決まっている。修行だと言いたいところだが、その格好では何かと支障がある。今すぐ着替えてくるがいい。
Wait. Won't he have to be wearing that though when he's doing the rite?
はい、わかりました。師匠。
Lukako laughs passionately and disappears into the shrine. 10 minutes pass. Hopefully he does as told and gets into something he can move more freely in. Heck, I wouldn't be surprised if he comes out in his gym uniform. Huh? Actually, I don't even know what his or Mayuri's gym uniforms even look like. What does Lukako even wear to school? Did he actually go in a girl's uniform? No, that never happened. Right? Wait. If he wears a girl's uniform to school, wouldn't that mean his gym uniform would be for a girl too? Oh dear. This line of reasoning is going in a dark place. Ferris will keep moving forward, so please Kilma, watch over me, Kay. Oh, yes ma'am. I'm getting ahead of myself. Even if he does wear a girl's gym uniform, there's no way that the school will still have students wear bloomers for gym class. But what if...
すみません。お待たせしちゃって。
Oh dear. Hearing Lukako's voice from behind me, I turn around. Aww, there he is in a normal gym attire.
それでまずは何をすればいいんでしょうか。
Aww. I'm relieved, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed. Yes! Okabe, being honest with yourself. Well, what am I thinking? That's not true at all, not even remotely.
岡部さん、どうかしました？
いや、なんでもない。ところでルカ子よ、一つ聞いてもいいか？
はい、なんでしょう？
お前、学校にはどんな格好で行っているのだ？
I have to know.
どんなって制服ですけど。
制服なら分かっている。俺が聞きたいのは、要するにそのどっちの制服かということだ。
Okay, you don't win down this line of questioning. There's no happy ending to this conversation. Well, okay, there could be a happy ending, but it's probably not the ending you're expecting, so...
どっちのって。
He gives it some thought and immediately picks up on my intent. He quietly responds.
それはもちろん男子の制服です。
Right.
そうか。
A boy's uniform. Actually, I get the feeling that Mayuri School has classic Gakuran uniforms, which means, it's not that he'd look particularly weird in one, but I guess something about it just seems off. And anyway, I wonder how the other students treat him.
ルカ子、お前学校で友達はいるのか？
Boy, you think you'd know this by now?
友達ですか？はい、まゆりちゃんや他にも仲のいい子はいますけど。
Yeah, I'm sure.
仲のいい子というと女子ばかりか？
Except you.
はい。僕、男子よりも女子といる方が落ち着くっていうか、安心できるっていうか。
Aww.
しかし、それではいじめられたりはしないか？
いえ、最初はからかわれたりもしましたけど、今はまゆりちゃんたちが味方になってくれるし、そういうこともなくなりました。
Alright. Good. Good friends right there.
そうか。
Mayuri can seem spacey at times, but I'm glad she's reliable. And now that I think about it, she's even chewed me out for teasing Lukuko before. She'd make for a great bodyguard.
でもどうして急にそんなことを？
I just never thought about it, really.
ああ、少し。
Aww.
気になった？僕のことがですか？
そういうことだ。
そっか。岡部さんが僕のこと気にして。
I'm gonna start blushing here in a second. Lukuko starts talking to himself. But then all of a sudden...
さあ、特訓を始めましょう。
Yeah! He's supercharged. I have no idea what just happened, but I'm glad he's on board.
それで、まずは何をすればいいでしょうか、師匠。
Yes. Crap. I hadn't actually thought that far ahead.
そうだな。まずやはりここはサミダレで素振りを。
今日朝のうちに30回ほどやっちゃいましたけど。
Ooh, good job.
そうか。ちゃんと俺の言いつけを守っていたようだな。偉いぞ。
はい、ありがとうございます。
Lukuko looks at me with great expectations in his eyes. Fetch. This is going to be a problem. I'd pictured a variety of different situations up until now, but I never expected we'd be training to defeat a dragon.
岡部さん。
Training. If we're going to train, then...
滝行だな。
Takigyo? What is that?
滝行？滝行って
Takio.
滝に打たれるあれですか？
Oh dear.
そうだ。やはり修行といえばあれだろう。
Where are you gonna find a waterfall in Akihabara? Takio is an old process that revolves around purifying the body and mind. By exposing yourself to cold water while meditating, you can cleanse your soul. It's pretty much the one form of training everyone knows.
でもどうしましょう。この辺りに滝なんてありませんし。
何？由緒ある神社だというのに、修行用の滝の一つも備わっていないのか？
Well, you can't just make them appear.
すみません。
Of course, it'd be stranger if there was actually a waterfall in the center of Tokyo.
仕方がない。こうなったら オペレーションミーミルを実行する。
I like no crying over spilled Dr. P. That's good. Alright, so Miriam's Well. According to Norse mythology, is located at the base of one of the Yggdrasil's 3 roots, and that leads to the homeland of the giants, Jotunheim. Jordamir. It is said that drinking from this well will grant one incredible knowledge. Oh, Norse names.
オペレーションミーミル？
ルカ子よ、俺が今から言うものを急いで用意しろ。
You're just gonna turn the shower on?
はい。
What on earth are we gonna be doing now? We don't have a waterfall, we'll just have to make one. Operation Mimir. In other words...
どうだルカ子、これで思う存分精神統一するがいい。
Okay.
はい。
I've solved our problem by simply taking the hose and running water down to Lukako's. Brilliant! From the outside, it might look like we're playing around, but I swear that's not the case. This is actually an extreme form of training. Yeah, totally.
岡部さん。
なんだ。
No, that was very intimidating.
これ修行になるんでしょうか？
問題ない。冷水に身をさらすことで己の精神を極限まで研ぎ澄まし、真実の力に開眼するのだ。
でも
なんだ、まだ何かあるのか？
はい。冷水というにはその気持ちいいです。
What? What?
え？
Is it quite hot today? I guess tap water was only going to get us so far. Plus... Since he's soaked, I can see through his gym clothes.
だから何を考えているのだ俺は。
He's a guy, I know this, I should know this! I'm not even safe during training! Luka Urashibara, you are truly a formidable opponent.
岡部さん。
なんでもない。気にするな。
はい。
Anyway, I need to come up with a training regime by tomorrow. Will we be able to see Fafnir away once and for all? The fate of Akihabara rests on our shoulders. There's no time for games. Not that I was playing around today or anything. Nope, definitely not. Okabe, your subconscious is crazy. Alright, I think this would be a good place to stop. They've done the first day of training and we're going to see what's going to happen next time. We're going on a dragon slaying quest. This could be interesting. I'm really curious to see where this is all going. I still think this has kind of been cooked up by Luka as part of like a kind of a date adventure. Like maybe it's like the date he had a lot of fun, but he worried Okabe didn't, and so this is his way of making a fun date for Okabe by like really leaning into the fantasies. Oh boy, what on earth are they going to be doing? But I don't think it'll be anything but entertaining. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. As always, it's a pleasure having you here. Oh, yes. We're heading right into Christmas season. I should still be publishing videos all through the holiday, but I don't know. I anticipate there could be some kind of weird delay that could come up at some point. So be patient with me. Like the holidays can always be really intense, and like I have very limited time as it is, and whenever big changes are happening and big events, especially at home, it kind of tends to mess with my schedule. So I'm hoping everything will stay on track, but just keep in mind this month will be a little shaky. But I've got a few good things coming up around the corner, so I hopefully will be able to make some big announcements here in the next week or so, so keep an eye out for that. Of course, by the time this goes live, you will have, I would have already had my rap party for Muvla Photon Flowers, but next Monday I'll be starting Photon Melodies, which has a few short stories, but primarily has Altered Fable, which is kind of like the Muvla version of My Darling's Embrace, where you get to go through like the romantic paths, but with all the main characters that you saw, not just from Extra, but also in Alternative, but in like a normal happy world, not overrun by giant demonic aliens. So hope you guys will join me for that series. It should be lovely and sweet and just full of fun. So I'm excited to get to that one, but we're gonna have almost too much lovey-dovey on the channel at that point. We're gonna have to get into some like interesting, like intense stuff. I'm sure we will. You know this channel by now. We can't leave well enough alone. We have to get to the gritty stuff at some point or another. And oh boy, we got some good options on the horizon. So be patient with me. Hopefully you enjoy this, and we will get right into that in the future. Thank you so much to the patrons who have been on the screen. Hopefully, I forgot Friday. I'm sorry about that, but thank you to those who are supporting the dream and trying to make it a reality. I hope someday to be able to make this channel to something greater. Any like support that I get goes directly into the channel, like whether it'll be like helping, you know, promote assets, or more importantly, just trying to make it so that eventually I can shoulder this and become more capable, because I can make more time if I treat it like a job and can actually give it like that time and attention that it deserves to be able to do so much more content. But I, of course, don't need it. I'm just grateful for anyone who wants to support the channel that way. So thank you guys so much, and thank you specifically for being there. If you become a supporter, such as a patron, you will get access to the Patron Cast, which is me being able to do direct Q&As with you also, but talking about just stuff that I want to say, maybe like cool anime I'm watching or other things that are going on. And I'm also going to do some featurettes in it as well. I have other hobbies, and some of these other hobbies might make an appearance there, at least a little bit. For instance, lately I've been getting into painting miniatures for tabletop war games. Probably not to even play, but I got inspired recently by some friends who have been collecting them, and I really wanted to try my hand at some of the painting, and like really high detail painting. And I'm just about ready, after like combining some of the models, to start being able to paint them directly, and I plan to put a little bit of footage of that in some future Patron casts. So if you want to be like privy to that and see some of these behind the scene things, and then make requests yourself, and also being able to like help choose what our Friday games are going to be, feel free to support me directly. You get some fine tags on the Discord channel, and most importantly, you just get to have that much more access and more direct communication with me, and I hopefully can make that an enjoyable experience. So far, the first Patreon cast has gone over very, very well, and I look forward to doing one of those once a month from here on out. So thank you so much for those who are supporting me. And until the next video watching me, I've seen me in next. I'll see you there.